Welcome to your Minnesota Senate in short. With many Minnesotans lamenting the April 15th tax filing deadline, we'll start this edition of your Minnesota Senate in short on the steps of the Capitol for the annual tax cut rally, which was held in the snow on Saturday, April 12th. About 4,000 people braved chilly temps and snow flurries on an otherwise beautiful spring day to show their displeasure with the Minnesota legislature over taxes which are continually being raised across the board and which all Minnesotans are forced to pay. Many came fuming over the mammoth $6.7 billion tax increase that came when legislators overrode the governor's veto and passed a massive transportation bill into law. We've only just begun to see the harsh impact of these new taxes, as the first increase in the gasoline tax went into effect this month, and 2 more will go into effect before it's all said and done. You've probably noticed the marked jump in prices at the pump over the last couple of weeks. Add to that new license tab fees, new local sales taxes, etc., and the array of taxes Minnesotans are paying becomes staggering.
I've been asked to speak on the effects of taxes on the average person. As you all know, choosing where to spend your money should be up to you, and taking that choice away is taking away our freedoms. As a single man, I would like to spend the money how I would like to spend it, and light rail is not one of those options for me.
Speaking of taxes and government spending, the state is facing a nearly $1 billion budget shortfall, largely due to the price of oil and the slow economy. The legislature is obligated to present a balanced budget, and the question now is, will the legislature be able to bring themselves to present a balanced supplemental budget that the governor can sign? Or will they pass off the work of balancing the budget to the governor, much like they did with the bonding bill? The governor can bring the budget into balance through a process called unallotment. Essentially, this is cutting government spending until the state's income matches the state's spending.
For the next couple of weeks, the big thing here will now be the finance bill and the $935 million budget deficit. And how do we solve that? On our side, Republicans working with the governor put forth a proposal that would solve it within the confines of existing government, taking money out of certain funds but not raising taxes. The other side has chosen the tax increase route, and so that will be the grand debate here, and we'll see how this all falls out. But understand this, the state of Minnesota does need to balance its budget. We do need to do something. We have got $935 million, which we don't frankly have. We're short, and we're going to have to come to grips with that one way or another. So that will be the great challenge as we go forward.
It will be, and this isn't a challenge that just not only Minnesota is dealing with. The whole nation's dealing with these deficits right now, and I think it's fiscally responsible to cut down on government where it can be cut, and there are some dollars, there are some pots here and there that can be adjusted down, and without hurting a whole lot of the services, and I think that's a good responsible way of going. So
yeah. I think we all have to know, and we always hear, well, state government's cutting. Well, we're cutting because right now corporate income taxes are down, personal income taxes are down, sales taxes are down. Your state government is simply a reflection of what's happening out there in the economy of Minnesota. And if that is not strong, then we don't have the money to provide the services and provide the resources to either local governments, city, counties, even schools that we might want to. So it's not that we're harsh or anything like that. It's just a matter of resources.
That's a good point, and I like to point out too that time is amazing when it comes to politics, and people forget what goes on. But remember, we started out in this biennium by increasing the budgets in the state of Minnesota. That means the services for the folks 9.5%, and that was with good dollars coming into the coffers, and that was without increasing any taxes. So we have been paying attention to things. We're not just sitting here saying no to everything. We've been moving with the times. We just don't want to get any bigger than we have to, because that costs a lot of money. So.
One of the more interesting bills heard on the floor of the Senate recently was the Surrogate Parent Arrangements Regulations Bill, which dealt essentially with developing contract guidelines between intended parents, and gestational carriers.